Happy Monday, everybody. This is not a happy, joy, go out and get them motivational Monday morning speech. Go somewhere else for that. I'm going to do something a little bit more sober and a little bit more impactful for you. Hopefully, you're seeing this before you go into your meetings. If you're seeing this after you got out of your meetings, think back on what happened. If your meetings are this coming Friday, where you're tracking against your goals, your KPIs, and your metrics. Think about this whenever during the week you have those sort of meetings. And what I'm asking you to do is have a sober self-reflection on the KPIs, the metrics, and the goals that you manage yourself to, and that your manager, your boss, manages you to. Now, the question I'm going to ask you is that goal, is that KPI something that is internally measured, internally focused, internally directed? So maybe it's about how well your silo can be managed and how efficiently your silo is at a component level? Or are they about delivering the customer a fantastic outcome? And you can convince yourself that, oh, this internally focused metric is about giving the customer a great outcome. But I don't want you to give yourself credit for being able to characterize your KPIs that way until you can do this. Can you articulate the exact outcome that the customer has articulated to you that they are after? If you told your customer this is the outcome you wanted, and they said kind of yes, or they nodded their head, but they didn't articulate it back to you, and they didn't articulate the dollar value of it back to you, you don't know what the customer outcome you're going after is. So you can't pretend that your KPI is about delivering a customer outcome. That KPI is actually internally focused. So if you're in sales and you're looking at calls booked, demos booked, bids prepared, that's part of your selling process. Unless you know how you're helping a customer buy something so that they can achieve a great outcome, and you know what that outcome is, and they've articulated that outcome, and they've given you the dollar value of what happens for them when they get that outcome, you're playing with yourself. If you're in marketing and you're looking at programs prepared and marketing plans executed, and click-through rate and clicks and conversions and marketing qualified leads turned over to sales, and you don't know the same thing about what the outcome is that our customer has articulated to us, it's you're playing with yourself. You're you're not working to make your customer happy. You're working to make your boss happy. That can be a good thing, but it's not the same thing. And don't confuse the two. If you are in delivery or execution and you're going to be measured and talk about and have a meeting about how well you're tracking against a statement of work, customers don't buy a statement of works. Customers buy outcomes. Your salespeople, if they're half decent, they found every stakeholder involved in the execution, in the achievement of an outcome that they have planned on. And those salespeople have figured out what every stakeholder wants to accomplish as a business outcome and as a personal outcome. And if that context hasn't been given to you alongside as the context, as the whole reason for that statement of work, that statement of work is internally focused. If you're worried about how many calls an hour do I execute and not how many evangelists for my product or service am I creating, you're internally focused. If you're a CEO and you've got a management dashboard, I want you to go before this meeting or after this meeting and look at all of your metrics that are on your dashboard that you track. Do you even know what the outcomes your customer wants to achieve are? Do you have a KPI or a metric that tells you how well you're tracking against that? 99% of the time, I'll bet you don't. You are tracking internal stuff. So here's my challenge to you, whatever you're doing today. As you're looking at your metrics, your KPIs, your goals for this week, for this month, for this quarter, for this year, are you trying to make your customers' life better? Or are you just trying to make your manager happy? A happy Monday, everybody. Go out and get them.